Hello again, my friends. I am Drak, and today we're going to be talking another game that unfortunately I can't try live with you guys because it's a 3DS game, and I cannot actually record that footage. So instead, I'm just going to give a quick vlog on my thoughts on the recently released Ace Attorney 6: Spirit of Justice. And again, I don't have any footage that I can utilize, or I would have brought you into the journey, honestly, but I have since played about an hour's worth of footage, and I wanted to at least do a vlog on my first impressions of it. There isn't a whole lot that you can do in the first hour. Like, you aren't able to finish a case in the first hour. When I timed that out, because of the dialogue, and look, this series is very dialogue heavy, so at that point, I was able to get a good deal into what I'm guessing is my first trial, but that's not really a whole lot else that I can do. So my first impressions are right now, I have seen a lot of the reviews that are coming out for Ace Attorney 6, where a lot of people are saying, it's an okay game, but that the series is getting stale. And I don't know if I agree with that. Given that they continue to improve, I mean, even Dual Destinies improved so much on the formula, because 80% of this is the people that you talk to and the reactions that they give, and the fact that when you're tearing somebody apart on the witness stand, I mean, part of the satisfaction there is you get a new reaction from that sprite or that character model. And so at that point, I don't necessarily think I agree with that, especially since from what I'm actually able to see, this one expands on it, actually gives me more reactions, like when the crowd is reacting to me, or the new kind of divine seance kind of mechanic. So I don't know if I necessarily agree that the series is becoming stale. I don't know if necessarily... I mean, here's the bottom line of it. I understand what Ace Attorney is, and it's a crime-solving game, but at the same time, it's also a point-and-click adventure to some extent. So I don't know necessarily if... I'm sure the formula can get stale, but as long as you're making these subtle improvements to character reactions, character development, I don't know if I necessarily agree that it's becoming stale. But I'm digressing. My first impressions are, the story is kind of simple, at least from where I'm at. The first case establishes that Phoenix is not in his home country right now. We're going to call it Japan America, because if you know where he is, could you please point it out on the map? Because, part of the allure of Phoenix, right, is that you can't really tell. Is it supposed to be America? Is it supposed to be Japan? We don't know. So, but in this case, he has come to the kingdom of Kurain to actually meet up with Maya Fey. His longtime assistant from the first trilogy of games, and his, I don't want to call love interest, but they kind of hint that in the trailers that we've been getting for Spirit of Justice, is like, she's old enough, and yeah, she could become a potential love interest kind of character, or a good friend kind of thing. And I'm more in the good friend kind of category. I don't know if necessarily anything like that would happen. But he comes to visit her as she's getting ready to finish up her medium training at Kurain. And he comes across a little tour guide named, I think it's I'll Be Your Guide, I think is his name. And I just got it now. I'll Be Your Guide. Yeah, there you go. That's one of the reasons I like the Phoenix Wright games. I like it. He meets with him and goes on a tour of the Temple, where he gets to see the dance of devotion from this new spirit medium villain, I guess, character. The one that basically is part of the whole new court system that we've been seeing in the trailers, of basically a seance is held, and a person is determined guilty through that. And this country has no such thing as a defense attorney, and so when at that point they arrest Albie for a murder that happened in the temple, I guess either earlier in the day or in a previous day, and Phoenix comes in on the ceremony, and right as they rule him guilty, he comes in and says, "I'm a defense attorney and I'll defend him," and at that point, that's... For the most part, in the first hour, you get to see how much of a fish out of water Phoenix is. they kind of show that he's more of a city slicker. He doesn't really get the whole being out in the country kind of thing. But even more is that this country has a fierce hatred of attorneys, mainly because of the beliefs of Kurain, which are saying that, that the souls of the dead can't lie, the souls of the dead can't misinterpret, that, I'm trying to think of a better way to be able to say it. Basically, that attorneys, all they do is twist the truth and lie, and outright will misrepresent. Whereas Phoenix, maybe he'll do that to be able to get to a point, but that he always is believing in his client. And so at that point, they just haven't seen that kind of concept. It's really close to Five's Dual Destiny in the Dark Age of the Law, where they really just kind of construe that lawyers are only out to get not guilty verdicts, or prosecutors are out to get not guilty verdicts, and lawyers they're only set on the verdicts. They don't necessarily care about the clients. And so that first hour actually just puts you in charge of Albi's case. Albi, in fact, even hates you because of the stigma that's against attorneys in Kurain. It's so interesting to see him outright like you, because he's met Maya and he trusts her. But it's going to be 2 weeks before she shows up, and then all of a sudden in the trial, he finds out you're a lawyer, and he's immediately like, "Get away from me! Don't touch me." So already I'm liking the feel for Ace Attorney 6. I'm more interested in the other. So this is supposed to have 2 overarching stories, which would be different from previous games, where yes, you have the cases, but they all lead up into this overarching story, this overarching plot. This one actually has 2, because you have Phoenix in Kurain with Maya, but then you have Apollo and Athena in the city trying to handle their own cases. So I look forward to see what they do in future cases, and of course I will be back again to be able to properly review it and give you my legit opinions on Ace Attorney 6, Spirit of Justice. But that's going to go ahead and do it for me this week. I apologize for this video coming out so late, but part of that was because I wasn't even able to download the game until probably 2 hours before this video was due, and crap comes up. So I apologize. I am sticking to the new schedule. It is 10 and 2 every day, Monday through Friday. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up so that I can get to the other things. I, of course, will see you guys next time for the next video. Thank you guys for watching.